Welcome to Accounting 331. This is the first financial accounting course that we have in our intermediate level courses. I am Dr. Parker, and I will be your instructor for this course. There's some expectations in this course, and I want to go over them with you. So what you can expect from me: know the topics, know the material. I can explain things. I will explain things. I'm here to help. I want to make sure you're successful, so feel free to ask questions. There's a discussion post where you can ask your professor. Actually, there's another one you can ask your classmates, but I'll get to that in a second. Now, as far as students go, very important, do not fall behind. I cannot emphasize it enough. Now, anytime you have an accounting professor, we've taken these classes, similar classes, maybe even identical to yours. Where I went to school, we had 3 intermediate classes, just like USC Aiken. Actually, the same textbook. So I've been where you are with the same textbook, literally. Don't fall behind. This is a best practice that was instructed to us when I was a student. I say us when I was a student. Same thing now. Nothing's changed in that area. Stay up to date. Procrastination is not good either. So just because you're making the deadline, but just getting it in, by the bell, basically, try to stay ahead and leave yourself some wiggle room for times that don't go as according to plan. Okay, so don't fall behind. Actually, and don't really wait to the last minute either. Sometimes you have to. I was there as a student. I remember, but try not to, and definitely don't fall behind. Taking ownership of your learning, all right? You know how you learn best, and you have to be honest with yourself. Do I really know this? Don't I know it? You need to be able to ascertain that. You need to be responsible for that. By now, you've been in school for years and years and years, and you've been in college hopefully a couple of years now, or starting your second year at least, or starting well into your second year, starting your third year. So you should start to understand what it takes for you to learn material, especially accounting. This will not be your first accounting course. Ask help from professor or even fellow students. Time. Now, I'm throwing out a time here. I'm saying 6 to 9 hours. But if you really know a lot about accounting, maybe you got prior accounting experience, some work experience, it might be less. Maybe you're just that student that all the other students are jealous of. I wasn't one of them, but we knew who it was in our class. They just seemed to pick up things quickly. Maybe it'll be less than 6 to 9 hours. Maybe it'll be a little bit more. Some weeks it might be less for you and not for your classmate. And some weeks it might be more for you, but less for your classmates. It's just going to vary. But the point is, when we throw out time like this, is to make a point. It's not a couple hours a week. If this is an online class, you would go to class 3 to 4 hours a week. So when you're in an online class, you still have to spend that time, that 2 to 3 to 4 hours that you would be in class every week. And you need to prepare ahead of time before you do your homework when you're in an online class, just like you would have if you would have been in class. And I'll talk about the process in the next slide of what I mean by that. But 6 to 9 hours a week as an average, some less, some more, some weeks vary. So a lot of this material is new. It's going to seem like a review for many because you probably covered most of the concepts and financial principles. However, we're going into much deeper, richer detail in this class, so it's going to be more complex. And as we go deeper and more richly, that means we pick up new material while we do that. But in large part, a lot of the concepts, at least on the surface, will look familiar, which is awesome, which means you're just adding to what you already know. Some assignments have a penalty of no credit for missing due dates. Please plan ahead. I can't stress that enough. So I started this section with planning, don't get any behind, and now I'm saying again, don't get behind. Take the time before this course starts to look up your assignment and your exam schedule on the syllabus. Before the course starts, hopefully you're watching this before the course started, you want to go ahead and buy your book, and the book information is in the syllabus. You want to buy your book and make sure you have Wiley Plus access. Go ahead and register for Wiley Plus and make sure you use your USCA email. I think it works best when you do that and not some personal email. Make sure your email is on Blackboard and is your USCA student email. Read through the Getting Started documents. It's got your syllabus, and your syllabus contains the course schedule, and that's where you found this video. So please do that now before the course starts. If you have any questions, even before the course starts, post it in Ask Your Professor. Now look, when you post something like that on the discussion forum, others can see it, which is good because they might have the same question. But if it's a personal nature, please email me. And then if you've done all that and you're still motivated and you got time before the course starts, and I hope you do, and I hope you do number 6, go ahead and start working on module, your introduction, the discussion post-introduction. Get started on module 1. Why not? Once the course is going, I cannot stress this one also frequently and often enough. Check your announcements. You got to check them. If it's an online class, you've got to check them frequently, if not daily, multiple times a day. So the process, and I mentioned this earlier, the process of studying, you want to read the chapter. So if you're in our face-to-face class, you want to read before you come to class. If you're in our online class, you don't skip reading because you're online and I don't know about it. You still need to read the chapter. Video lectures. Submit required assignments. All right, you want to do that and you want to follow those in order. Above all, accounting requires practice, lots of practice. That's why it says practice, practice, practice. All right, practice, practice, practice. Ask for help. You've got the Ask Your Professor form, which will be for me to answer, and you got Help Wanted, which you can ask your peers to help you. Both are great. Complete all required assignments. Don't leave your business majors. I know most of y'all probably, I would say 100% of y'all are accounting majors. You know, we're still business majors. Don't leave points on the table. The saying really is don't leave any money on the table. Don't leave any points on the table. Not answering all your homework or completing all your required homework is literally the same as leaving points or money on the table. Please don't do that. It won't help you learn and it won't help you grade any. Prepare for exams. Review your notes. Rework your problems. Back to that practice, practice, practice. And just because you obtain the correct answer does not mean you're ready for the exam. You have to know why you obtained the correct answer. Why is this answer correct? If it's multiple choice, why was this answer correct and the other one's wrong? Does it take longer to do that? Yes. But it's more thorough and more complete. And I promise you, it increases your chances of making a good grade on your exam immensely. So you get the right answer, and let's say, I'm just going to make up a number, it's $1,000. Like, woohoo, I got the right answer. I don't know why I got it, but I got it right. I must be getting ready for the exam. Good, you got the right answer. You're most of the way there, but you need to push on through and ensure that you know why the $1,000 was correct. And you can explain how to obtain that $1,000 answer. So if one of your classmates, pretend if you want, they said, how do you get that $1,000? How did you get that right answer? And you can explain it quickly and succinctly without looking at your notes. I think you're well on your way beyond just getting the correct answer, because you got to know why. You got to know the why at this level. How to succeed. Now, a lot of this outline, copied a prior course, and somebody had a similar PowerPoint outline like this, and I modified it to make it work for me. This particular slide, I grabbed it from the prior, whoever had this course in 2020, and her name was Dr. Llewellyn. I will give her credit, or whoever she got this from credit. I did not create this How to Succeed slide except for the bonus. That is me. So don't fall behind. Ask for help. Homework has many attempts. take advantage of them, get a good grade, complete all the assignments, review all the assignments. Solutions are available after the due date, but if you made 100, you know how to work it. But you can still, after the due date, go back in and look at your assignments and practice. Again, and this ties in with the bonus. You want to know the material so well that you know why you did what you did. Okay? Because if you don't know why you did what you did, you're not going to be able to do what you did on the exam. I can almost assure you. As a student, former student, I can almost assure you that it wouldn't work for me. I suspect for a lot of students it won't either. So you got to know why. You put your time in, because time on task is critical. Not junk time. If you can study with the TV and the radio on in the background, great. I can't. All right? I wouldn't be able to concentrate fully. So you know how to study. And if things aren't working well, try changing things up. But it has to be good quality time on task. All right. So if you're getting frustrated and you've been working at it for an hour and a half, and you're stressed out or you're frustrated, take a break. I don't know how many times when I was a student, hour and a half, I'm almost done with the homework. I got one problem, it's just not working out well for me. Take a break, 5-10 minutes later, I come back and I just work the problem, and it just works out so well because you needed a break. All right, but a short break. Don't take a 2 or 3 hour break. You might not want to come back, or if it's late at night, it might be the next day before you're back on it and you missed your due date. So, all right, short breaks. Bonus, again, and I've said this several times, but again, you got to know why you obtained the answer you obtained. Okay, you can't say, I don't know how I got that answer, but I got it right. Whoopee. You're there, close to there, but you haven't gotten there. So you need to know why. All right, that's it. That's it for this PowerPoint. And if you have any questions, again, you can post it and ask my professor help on it if you want your peers to answer. If it's a personal nature, that you don't want anybody to know anything about, just you and me, email please, okay? Because once that's out on the discussion board, it's not private. This concludes the video. If you have any questions, please email me or ask the professor as needed. Thank you.